Todd, thanks for joining Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel. No points this weekend, a defining moment after 5 games, 5-game loss on the bounce.
Well, we find ourselves all of a sudden in 9th place, which is, we don't feel we're a 9th place hockey club, but I don't guess that really matters much because the standings don't lie. It's very frustrating. Kind of challenged a few guys before the game and didn't know if a few guys' hearts were in it, and I think we came out and we battled pretty good. We had a good first period. It was close, it was tight. Some stupid penalties, some selfish stuff, and next thing you know, you're looking down the barrel of another loss.
As you say, first period was pretty even, but Flyers were dominating in parts of that, so like you say, a good first period. And then a penalty strewn second period. How much did the players react to the Sheffield tactics and the referees officiating? What I know you can't say much about the officiating, but
no, I can say as much as you want about the referees. I mean, I think that was a shocking display. It was, but I can't blame the loss on the officials because we put ourselves in that position. I mean, everybody in the league has a sport lounge where the games are downloaded. Everybody in the building can see it, and the league can go and review it if they want. We give the officials night in, night out an excuse to make penalty calls against us. It's plain and simple. Selfish things. Punching a guy when he's down on the ice, slashing a guy's stick out of his hands, hooking a guy. Like, I mean, the list goes on. I got the game sheet right here. I can read it. I think it was something like 14 minor penalties tonight. You're not going to win a hockey game when you kill 28 minutes of penalties. And the fact of the matter is you stand in the dressing room and you look at these guys in the eye and you say, look, we're trying to play hockey here, boys. We can't win a game when we're constantly killing penalties. It exhausts our killers, and they're always on our back foot. Seems to go in one ear, right out the other. But, I mean, everybody in that building's seen it tonight. I think Cowan was once again out of his depth. I said again, I think the league owes us a little explanation, but this is certainly not an excuse because that's a good Sheffield team. That's 3 times they've stung us, and 3 times I personally believe that they deserve the win. But when the other coach comes over and says that was embarrassing, well, I mean, there's something to it. Eh?
you mentioned there penalty killing. In that second period, Todd, there were 4 5-on-3s, and your penalty killers played out of their skin. Yeah. And to lose a game in that fashion must really hit hard because players get tired, obviously.
Oh, of course, and we lost one of our best players tonight in Hainsey, and we'll get some news on him later. He was taken away. But you're right. I mean, killing-wise, it hasn't been bad. I didn't see. I was too busy looking at Hainsey, but I believe, what were we on the kill tonight? We were looking at it. You know, they were 1 for 11. So the Killers did play good. But that's killing penalties. I mean, okay, we got a shorthand goal. I mean, I don't know what to say. But, you know, we were in Brayhead last night. Played an okay game, but once again, like our scramble factor down low, just not that toughness and desire in front of the net. They get an easy tap in for the winner, whereas we're scrambling around in the last 2 minutes and pucks are falling on sticks. They got guys laying on the crease. They got guys diving in front of the pucks, lifting sticks, and we're not getting any second rebounds where guys are getting tap-ins on poor Regan, who battles back there for every night. And then same thing tonight, playing another good hockey game. People are seeing good hockey, but it's us who are losing the hockey games, you know. We're going out there and handing it to other teams in a platter, and that's the frustrating part.
As well as those heavy losses to Sheffield, 2 down there and one here tonight, you're on record as saying that the team can't afford passengers in the tight games, and in the games that Flyers have played and won and lost by 1 goal, there's been 7 games out of 9 where they've lost by that odd goal. How do you lift the guys to play in the next game? We've got a big game coming up on Tuesday, 2 defencemen down potentially with Haynes and Nickerson suspended. So how do you lift the guys for what is going to be a big game after 5 straight losses?
I mean, at some point you got to stop becoming a cheerleader and realize that some of the responsibility has to be piled on these guys' shoulders. I mean, they're professional hockey players, and you had mentioned it yourself there. How how long does a guy get a chance to be a passenger for? How long does a guy get a chance to, go through a rough period? I can see if the effort's there all night and you say, you know what, that guy's working his balls off and he's going hard and he's one of our best players, but I don't know if I can say that about everybody. We have a good hockey club when the stars are aligned and everybody's going. But the test of a really good hockey club is when things aren't going right, you find ways to win. And I don't think everybody's doing that right now. But we got some guys, and the list. This isn't the list, but you look at a guy like Auger and Fleming who came in and were under heavy criticism at the start of the year. I mean, those guys are steady every night. I mean, those guys play, they go, they do everything for us. Hainsey at the back, steady. We lost him tonight, and Regan in the net. It's great to have him back. And I mean, he kept that score line down tonight at some points because he was getting peppered. And there's probably a few other names on that list, but we also have a few guys out there right now that just aren't delivering the goods. And like I said, we're in 9th place, so we're going to have to figure out a way to change that.
He also said you had to have a look at options, and you did that last season. You mixed up the lines. The Flyers went on a great run after you made some changes. What kind of tinkering are you think about, or is it more radical than that in terms of changing the systems and the style of play?
Well, we have looked at, we've talked about changing the systems a number of times. We have a few different things in place, but you'll find if you go back on any of our game tapes or remember any of our games that it's strictly our work ethic that's won us games in the past. Work ethic with the talent we had, but talent, without the hard work, I mean, when it's on, you're going to win. You're going to win the odd game, but you'll just find yourself playing on the outside, which we are. We cut down quickly, sometimes too quickly. We have a number of guys sitting on the bench that I don't know if they deserve to be playing all the time. We keep an eye on these guys in practice, and if you want a spot in this team, you got to work. You got to work your butt off. And there's a spot open there for a couple guys, and I haven't sensed anybody really trying to grab that spot to take it if I give it to them. But I haven't sensed somebody come in and try and grab it. Same thing at the back end. A guy can go out there and he can look like he have an okay couple shifts, but certainly it starts in training, and these guys, some of our guys aren't in great shape, which is really, really frustrating. So would we look at changes? Absolutely. Would we fight for a 12? We have been. But I try not to give these guys excuses because we've won with this recipe, we've won with this team, and right now I think just what's missing is just that desire and willing to lay it on the line.
It's a great point that you make, Todd, because if you think back to the last time we played Braehead here, the guys came out pumped up for that game and just blew Braehead away. So it's clear that there's the ability, there's the capacity. So is it psychological or is it motivational? Which is it for you?
I think it might be both. I think historically with this team, I've been around for a long time, this is a team that plays on its confidences. And we're a team that right now just kind of edged into that area of losing, finding a way to lose games rather than finding a way to win games. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's a fine line. We win one of these games or two of these games, all of a sudden we get on a roll, and you can just see them uplifted on the bench, and we do tinker with things. But I also touched on a few things earlier in the interview. I think that there's a few priorities that are wrong, i.e., you have to take care of yourself. You have to be in the top shape. I mean, you come against a team like Belfast or Sheffield, and I'll give Ryan credit over in Braehead. I mean, last night we were playing all three lines. Those guys skated all night. They worked hard. We tried to keep up and stuff like that, but I liked their work ethic. I was envious of that. And as a coach, you can cajole, you can threaten, you can beg, you can plead, but at the end of the day, it's up to the players to go and deliver to the ice. And then it's my decision how long you get as a chance, and we're running out of time. So
some tough decisions for you as a coach to make, Todd, but before you can do that, right on top of you comes a Challenge Cup quarter-final first leg against Nottingham on Tuesday. How do you got 48 hours to prepare for that? And as I said earlier, 2 defensemen down.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be tough. there's no doubt about that. It's a great opportunity for somebody who hasn't been playing a lot of minutes for us to step up and show that they're worth it and that they deserve that spot. So that's what hockey's all about, you know. Like maybe a guy like Scooney who I like, and I think that possibly should get more minutes with us. Got a bit of a chance tonight. Actually, I think he looked good tonight. Whereas a week before, I think it was the first shift, he was out against Belfast, and he had a nightmare his first shift. And that's just what happens. It bounces hockey. Got to take it, and that just sums up. You know, there's a million players out there that they take their chance or they don't. So, couple guys going to have to step up. Our other guys going to have to dig deep. It's a two-legged affair. It's at home. Teams do play a little different against us here, and we'd certainly like to go down there with a decent scoreline because we have gone down there and we have got a result. So. By no means is it going to be easy. These guys seem to have their name etched in the Challenge Cup permanently. But you know what? Funnier things have happened, and hopefully the guys get up for it.
Todd, you're clearly a disappointed coach, but thanks for joining us on Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Good luck on Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you.